No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. I'm a supervillain. Cue the intro. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It is week 11 of the Axial Honcho Budget Build-Off. We are spending some money this week. And what are we spending money on? Let me show you. So this week I decided to spend some money on the Beef Tubes Beef Patties for the Axial SCX10 2. You may not have heard of Beef Tubes before, but Beef Tubes is a company founded by Dan Davidson in 2005. And the original intent was to fill axles with actual ground beef. As it proved, it was not a good concept, so he switched to the obvious choice of brass and steel to weigh down the axles. If you need weight down low, he's the man to go see. I will make sure to put a website in the description below so you can click on that and go spend some of your hard-earned money on his excellent products. The original product, Beef Tubes, was by far and away one of the best ways to get some performance and some weight into your stock axial axles. We all know that weight down low is where you want to have it. You don't want to have weight up high because it raises your center of gravity. If your center of gravity is as low as possible on the truck, it's going to be planted, it's going to perform better, it's going to get over obstacles with more ease. So Dan came up with that concept of sleeving the inside of the axle with some strong steel. He's also come up with these awesome things. I'm back. These are hex style brass beef patties. You can tell by the muscles that they're very strong. What these are going to do is they're going to replace the hex that exists on your axle stub, and your pin is going to go through the back of them. See that right there? The pin goes through the back of that, and then there's your hex. And look at that, it looks like a brake disc too. So that is a nice handy little bit of scale accuracy that gets added whilst adding weight down low. Yes, this is adding rotating mass to your vehicle, and a lot of people get all complainy about rotating mass and how that's not a good thing because it can lead to failures later on. But we're not adding a ton of weight here. I don't know how many ounces of brass are in here. I'll probably look it up and then put that number there because that's helpful. While it is rotating mass, it's not a ton of rotating mass. And if rotating mass is your enemy, you can check out Dan's other product that he makes, and that's a prefabbed, ready to go, weighted axle housing for the Axial SCX10 2. It's a great product. I definitely suggest that you check it out. Now let's go to installing these. It shan't take very long, and it's not a difficult process, but the benefits definitely outweigh any possible negatives you might have from taking your wheels off. Remove that tire, remove the existing hex, and the axial hexes are actually screwed on and clamped into place, so you'll have to remove that grub screw. Once that's removed, leave that pin exactly where it is. Put your new beef patty brake disc on there, and then put your tire back on and screw everything together. It's just that simple. I bought these beef tubes at RPP Hobby. They were $25 a pair for a total of $50. I think that's excellent value for what not only adds a tiny bit in the scale accuracy department, but it adds a ton in the performance department. Without going into major modifications, it's a great add-on. Gosh, I think that's sort of it. A quick week, yes, but an effective week, yes. Now I'm looking for some feedback. I would love to hear from you. Tell me what I should spend my cash on for budget week number 12. If it's a performance upgrade, great. If it's a cosmetic upgrade, also great. You know I love those things. Weather's been getting a little bit better here, so I think we're closer to actually taking it outside and enjoying it. Man, I'm just itching to actually play with some trucks. It's been a very long time. So with last week's remaining, I spent $50 this week, but with the carryover from previous weeks, I'm exactly where I was after last week, $60.92 remaining. that's good. In addition to whatever you guys come up with for week 12, I will be finding a place for that servo winch. I promised I would do it, and I will. And I will also show you how to control that winch, because heck, that's sort of important, isn't it? So with that, I think we're done. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And I will see you next week for week 12, when we do something that you wanted me to do, plus the things that you also wanted me to do. Yes. See you next week.